it was like, there's an
Mhm.
ethos as, as a huckalero, as an entrepreneur, there's moments where you're like, geez, did I make the right decision to
Oh yeah,
be
every other
doing that?
day. Yeah,
Yeah. Or
yeah,
like,
yeah, of course.
you'll have the high highs and the low lows, maybe in the same hour, like,
Yeah,
oh my God, we won. And then it's just like, nope.
yeah.
Or vice
Or we
versa.
lost, and then whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what do you have, like, a specific one that stands out to you in terms of a situation or just a time period, a moment where
Hmm.
it was like, man, like, but you persevered through it.
Yeah, yeah. This might not be exactly what you're thinking. This might not be the best example, but I'm a runner. I love running long distances, and um, I decided I wanted to do a 50-mile ultra marathon. And I was, in the middle of the race. The only time I thought about quitting was at about mile 33, when I was nearly at the top of the second mountain. Like there was two mountains over for the race, and I was nearly at the top of the second one, and I like sat down and I thought maybe I would quit. But then you're like, I just ran 33 miles. I'm at the top, nearly at the top of the second mile. This would be the worst time to quit. I might as well just finish it. And I feel like that's often the case where you think when you think it's over that the downhill is
Your body,
coming. It's right there.
was your body
Got to keep
just like
going.
screaming at that moment? Like, it's got to be like, no, we're done. Like,
Well, yeah. I mean, you've been running for 8 hours or whatever, and you're like,
yeah,
yeah.
no, this is a good one. This is a real good one, man,
So
because that's
it's not in business, but it's an
that's
analogy to what running
that's
a startup is like.
yeah. And also, just, that's an incredible feat that most people
A-
never even approach, man. So
Anybody could do it at the end of the day. In terms of running, you just need to keep going.
yeah,
I think
easier said than done.
that's true. Yeah, you have to actually do it.
You have to
Yeah,
actually do it.
that's a difficult
Same
part.
with running. Same with running a company too.
Yeah,
Same with running a company too.
yeah, and I love that too dumb to quit, because it is an irrational thing. It's like,
Yeah, yeah,
intelligently, like my opportunity cost of doing this startup is significant. I could be working at many other different places, maybe doing other things, but I'm choosing to do this. And I think a big part of it is just, yeah, that sort of naive delusion that's like, I can do this, but also the true belief in the problem that we're trying to solve.
yeah,
And I've never, for once in my life, I've never questioned that. And I
yeah. I
know that
think,
this is a problem that needs to be solved, and I know that I'm capable of solving it.
yeah, I think I see that in you, and I think there's, noticing it and seeing that in that entrepreneurial spirit of, that too dumb to quit, Hucklero's mentality.
Huckalero.
Yeah, Hucklero. So, and I think, this is a good point to, tie things in and wrap it up, is that 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 moment of, to keep on going.
Mm-hmm.
And in that moment, mile 33, you persevered through it. In the business, you have those little daily ones, and you're gonna have challenges out a set. You're gonna have different problems as the business grows.
Yep.
And you just trade. Grass is always greener, right? Like, and I believe you articulated well earlier, is like, you have different problems, different stages. But I think if you have that innate thing that, you can't really teach this at school, you can't teach that.
You just have to do it.
You just have to do it.
Try.
And I think that that's something that, like, I'm interested. This has been a great conversation. Is that, like,
Yeah,
what
I
is,
really enjoyed it. Yeah.
what is that essence? Is like capturing that essence, because there's a lot of different.
Well, there's a
There's
lot of
different
doubt.
flavors in it.
There's a lot of doubt, because you're also like, am I actually capable of doing this? And then, like, you look in reality, you look around, and it's like, not everybody is. So maybe I'm not. And how do you push through that feeling? It's like, for me, the answer is I just go on a run. That's like my therapy.
That's smart. Smart, stay healthy.
But that insecurity, it comes in, and it has to. I mean, unless you're like sociopath or something, it's gonna. But you need to just have that kind of North Star. And if you really believe in that and keep going, sometimes maybe the answer is to quit, but I'm just too dumb to do that.
Too dumb to quit. Yeah, hell yeah.